A very good morning to all students. Once again, we are coming to introduce a new topic of class 12 business studies. In the last few videos, we already discussed a lots of the important theoretical concepts related to the third chapter of the class 12 business studies, that is in business environment. And in this chapter, we also already discussed the concept of business environment and the importance of the business environment, as well as the features of the business environment. So now we are moving to the next topic of this chapter, that is in dimension or elements of the business environment. So firstly, what is business environment? Business environment consists of the external forces which directly or indirectly affect the functioning of a business enterprise. These external forces may be divided into the two categories: general environment and specific environment. General environment are those environment which indirectly influences the working of a business firm, like economic, social, political, legal and technological environment. Whereas in specific environment are those environments which influence the all types of influences the specific business firm, like customers, owners, investors, suppliers, creditors, employees, trade unions, competitors and government. That's why you can see that in the feature of the business environment, the most important feature of the business environment, it includes the specific and general forces. General forces are those forces which affect all the types of the business firm, and specific forces are those firms which affect only the specific type of the business firm. So these are the short information about the dimension of the business environment. But according to the CBSE syllabus for the class 12th business study, the dimension of business environment categorized into the 5 categories. First, economic environment. Second, social environment. Third, technological environment. Fourth, political environment. Fifth, legal environment. So what is economic environment? Economic environment, in short, we can say that describe forces which have economic impact on the business, whereas a social environment describe the characteristics of the society in which business firms operate. Technological environment describe broad characteristics of technology in which business firm operate, and in the political environment it describe political condition and nature of the government intervention in business. And in the legal environment, it describes framework of laws and legislation within business firm operate. So there are 5 dimensions of the business environment, and all these 5 business environment affect all types of the business indirectly, and none of the business can affect the particular organization. So these are the short introduction about the dimension of the business environment. Let's discuss the detailed description about the economic environment. So what is economic environment? It refers to all those forces that have economic impact on the business activity, like interest rate, inflation rate, change in disposable income of people, stock market indices, value of rupee, as well as short and long term interest rates. Economic factor can serve either as an opportunity or as a threat of the business. For example, rise in the disposable income due to the increase in gross domestic product of the country create increasing demand for products. अगर इंडिया की जीडीपी बढ़ती है और उससे डिस्पोजेबल इनकम भी बढ़ती है इन लोगों की, तो लोग प्रोडक्ट की डिमांड बढ़ जाएगी। इन्फ्लेशन बढ़ने से रॉ मटेरियल्स के प्राइस और वेजेस के प्राइस बढ़ जाएंगे। Demonetization of rupees 500 and 1000 note had a great influence on the Indian economy. So these are the economic crisis or economic opportunities which affect the all the types of the business. अगर हमारे देश में डिमोनेटाइजेशन हुआ तो ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ किसी एक पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को प्रॉफिट या लॉस का सामना करना पड़ा। सो ऑल द फैक्टर्स that have economic impact on the business activity will be known as an economic environment. Number second, social environment. So it represent the customs and traditions, values, cultures, social trends, beliefs, norms and ethics of a society in which business enterprises operate. You know very well, in our organization, society plays a very important role because social environment relates to the custom, tradition, values, culture, social trends, and all these factors affect the business enterprises as a whole. For example, celebration of festival like Diwali, Eid, Christmas, Guru Parv provides significant financial opportunities for greeting card companies, sweet shop, gift shop. So you can see that these types of the things having a significant effect on the business enterprises. If you are talking about the examples, so McDonald made significant change in ingredients of finger chips after considering trends and custom of the social environment of India. Demand for reservation in job for minorities and women, equal pay to male and female worker for equal work. So these are the some of the important component, and as well as some component of the social environment is also given in this PDF. So please read all the things very carefully. The third one is a technological environment. It includes forces and factors which are relating to the scientific improvement and innovation, which provide new way of producing goods and services and new method and techniques of operating a business. Basically, टेक्नोलॉजिकल इन्वायरमेंट किससे रिलेट करता है? साइंटिफिक इम्प्रूवमेंट से, इनोवेशन से, जिससे हमें किसी गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज को प्रोड्यूस करने के नए नए मेथड्स एंड टेक्निक्स पता चलते हैं कि हाउ वी विल ऑपरेट फंक्शनिस्ट आवर इन्वायरमेंट. चेंज इन टेक्नोलॉजी मोस्ट एसोसिएट विद बेटर सर्विस एंड कॉस्ट एफिशिएंसी. जैसे जैसे टेक्नोलॉजी बढ़ती है वैसे वैसे हम कॉस्ट एफिशिएंट होते हैं, बेटर सर्विस प्रोवाइड करते हैं. टेक्नोलॉजी एडवांसेस क्रिएट न्यू मेथड्स, न्यू प्रोडक्शन टेक्निक्स, न्यू वेज ऑफ मैनेजिंग एंड कम्युनिकेटिंग फॉर इंटेंस. Recent technology advances in computers and electronics have modified the ways in which companies advertise their products. Continuous invention in the different scientific and engineering fields such as lasers, robotics, biotechnology, food preservatives have provided numerous opportunity and threats for many different enterprises. So you know very well, today technology is changing at a fast phase and technology environment is significantly affecting the business. A number of companies have failed due to the delay in adopting new technology changes. Yes, बहुत सारी ऐसी कंपनीज हैं जो आज भी काफ़ी पिछड़ चुकी हैं क्योंकि उन्होंने टाइम रहते हुए न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी को अडॉप्ट नहीं किया. जैसे एग्जांपल अगर हम आपको दें टेक्नोलॉजी इन्वायरमेंट से, तो जैसे कि कलर टीवी विथ रिमोट इन प्लेस ऑफ द ब्लैक एंड वाइट टीवी, इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक कॉपियर इन द प्लेस ऑफ मैनुअल फोटोस्टेट मशीन्स, computer with multiple word processor in place of single language word processor, online booking of rail and air ticket instead of going to reservation office. Now the next will be the political environment. So what is political environment? Let's discuss about it.
So, what is political environment? Basically, political environment includes political condition such as general stability and peace in the country, and a specific attitude that elected government representatives holds towards business. So, in short, we can say that under the political environment, we are talking about the political condition in country which highly affect the businesses. How? अगर किसी देश की पॉलिटिकल कंडीशन स्टेबल है तो जाहिर सी बात है उस देश में बिजनेस को लेकर लोगों के अंदर एक पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड डेवलप होगा. बेसिकली जो पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज़ होती हैं उनका डिफरेंट बिजनेसेस को लेकर डिफरेंट परसेप्शन होता है. अगर कोई कंपनीज जो हैं वो बिज़नेस पे ज़्यादा फोकस ना करके एम्प्लॉयमेंट पे ज़्यादा फोकस करती है तो वहाँ बिज़नेस को लेकर लोगों का जो इन्वेस्टमेंट होता है वो ज़्यादा एग्रेसिव ना होकर बहुत रिग्रेसिव होते हैं. लोग बहुत कंजर्वेटिव होते हैं कि वो उसमें इन्वेस्ट नहीं करते. तो कहीं ना कहीं अगर हमारे देश में पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज़ का अगर बिज़नेस को लेकर काफ़ी अटेंशन रहता है तो सच काइंड ऑफ द forces and factors affect the particular businesses. In other words, we also says that about the political environment that is a stable government. Stable government builds up the confidence among the business people to invest in the long term projects, whereas a political instability shakes that confidence. मतलब अगर एक बिजनेस अगर एक कंट्री में अगर एक स्टेबल गवर्नमेंट है, एक स्टेबल पॉलिटिकल पार्टी रूल करती है तो वहाँ लोग लॉन्ग टर्म पीरियड के लिए क्या करते हैं, मनी इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं. लेकिन बट अगर पॉलिटिकल इनस्टेबिलिटी होती है तो लोग ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए कैपेबल नहीं होते, यानी वो बिज़नेस करने के लिए नहीं होते. इसके लिए बहुत पॉपुलर एग्जांपल देखा जाता है 1977 में जो जनता गवर्नमेंट था उन्होंने स्ट्रिक्ट पॉलिसी अडॉप्ट किया था अगेंस्ट मल्टीनेशनल कंपनीज. तो उस सिचुएशन में कोका कोला और IBM जैसी बहुत ही फेमस कंपनीज जो थी वो इंडिया के बाहर चली गई थी. तो देखो एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज़ जो हैं वो हो सकता है बिजनेसेस को फेवर करें या बिज़नेस को फेवर ना करें या सिर्फ डोमेस्टिक बिज़नेस को फेवर करें, इंटरनेशनल बिज़नेस या अदर कंट्रीज़ के बिज़नेसेस को फेवर ना करें. लेकिन उसके बाद जब 1991 में नरसिम्हा सरकार आई तो उन्होंने पेप्सी और अदर MNCs को इंडियन मार्केट में बिज़नेस करने के लिए इनवाइट किया और 1991 में न्यू इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसी आई जिसको हम लोगों ने पहले भी डिस्कस किया है. ओके, so you can see that under the political environment we are talking about the constitution of the country, prevailing political system, political ideology and practices of the ruling party, extent and nature of government intervention in business, nature and relationship of a country with foreign countries, nature and profile of political leadership and thinking of the political personality. Okay, so now we are moving to the next type of the environment, that is a legal environment. So if you are talking about the legal environment, so legal environment includes the various legislation passed by the administrative order issued by government authorities. Okay,
advance the objective to be achieved during a given period, formulating alternative course of action to achieve them and selecting the best course of action. यानी प्लानिंग जो होता है वो एक गिवन पीरियड ऑफ टाइम के लिए किया जाता है, जिसका एम होता है कि हम अपने ऑब्जेक्टिव को अचीव कर सकें। इस प्रोसेस के अंदर हम लोग कई सारे कोर्स ऑफ एक्शन यानी कई सारे अल्टरनेटिव डेवलप करते हैं और उसमें से सबसे बेस्ट अल्टरनेटिव को चूज़ करते हैं। So this is the basic theme of planning. After that, we discuss the different feature of the planning. You know, planning is a primary function of the management and it is a goal oriented, as well as it is a pervasive because it performs in all organization and at all levels. It is also a looking ahead and it is to meet future events efficiently. So it is also called futuristics. It is a continuous process because it follows a cyclic pattern. When a plan is drawn and implemented, it is followed by another plan. जब हम एक प्लान बना लेते हैं, उस पे वर्क कर लेते हैं, thereafter we move to the another plan. It involves decision making and choice because under this process, first of all, we formulate the different alternatives and thereafter we choose a best alternative. So it is based on the decision making. Because decision means when we have lots of alternative and we can choose only one alternatives. And the important things, planning is a intellectual process because it requires mental exercise and it involves use of creativity, imagination and higher thinking skill. In the last video, we also discussed on the process of planning. You know, they are basically 7 steps of planning. In this figure, the 8th feature of the planning, but ये आपके कोर्स में नहीं है. Step number 7, which is given in this picture. So the step 1 is setting objective. Step 2, developing premises. Step 3, alternative course of action. Number 4, evaluating alternative course of action. Number 5, alternative selection. That is selecting an alternative. Thereafter, formulating plans, and at the last, we follow action. Now we will move to the today's topic, that is a type of plan. You know, there are basically 2 types of the plan. The first one is single use plan and number 2 is a standing plan. Single use plan are also known as a spatial plan or ad hoc plan. A single use plan is one which prepared for a particular situation or a specific operation. As soon as that spatial situation or circumstances is over, the plan is not put to use again. There are basically 3 types of single use plan. The number 1 is method, number 2 is budget and number 3 is programs. So what is single use plan? Single use plan is also known as specific planning or ad hoc planning. A single use plan is one which is expressed for a particular situation or specific operation. As soon as that spatial situation or circumstances over, the plan is not put to use again. यानी सिंगल यूज़ प्लान जो होता है वो किसी स्पेसिफिक या पर्टिकुलर काम के लिए यूज़ किया जाता है, पर्टिकुलर टाइम के लिए भी यूज़ किया जाता है, पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन के लिए यूज़ किया जाता है, पर्टिकुलर सर्कमस्टेंसेस के लिए यूज़ किया जाता है. जैसे ही वो सिचुएशन और सर्कमस्टेंसेस ओवर हो जाती है, हम उस प्लान को दोबारा यूज़ नहीं करते. दैट्स वाई वी कॉल्ड सिंगल यूज़ प्लान, बिकॉज फ्यूचर में हम उसको यूज़ नहीं करते. नाउ विल मूव टू द सेकेंड टाइप्स ऑफ द प्लान, दैट इज़ अ स्टैंडिंग प्लान. Standing plan is also known as repeated plan. A standing plan is also known as repeated plan, multiple use plan, because it is one which is designed to be used over and over again. Such plan are of permanent nature and are meant for repeated use. यानी स्टैंडिंग प्लान वो प्लान होते हैं जिन्हें हम बार बार यूज़ करते हैं और इनको हम बनाते इसीलिए हैं ताकि हम इनका यूज़ बार बार कर सकें. और जनरली ये जो प्लान होते हैं वो परमानेंट नेचर के होते हैं, स्टेबल नेचर के होते हैं, उनमें जल्दी चेंज नहीं करते. सो दैट्स वाई इट इज़ ऑल्सो कॉल्ड रूटीन प्लानिंग. स्टैंडिंग प्लान को भी हम लोग रूटीन प्लानिंग कहते हैं, रिपीटेड प्लानिंग भी कह सकते हैं. द फॉलोइंग टाइप्स ऑफ द स्टैंडिंग प्लान आर ऑब्जेक्टिव्स, स्ट्रेटजी, पॉलिसी, प्रोसीजर एंड रूल्स. So, how many types of the plan? There are basically two types of the plan. Single use plan, जिसे हम किसी specific particular situation को handle करने के लिए use करते हैं, like method, budget and programs. And a standing plan are those plan which are designed to be used over and over again. And it has 5 types: objective, strategy, policy, procedure and rule. So, they are basically, in totality, they are basically 8 types of the plan. और इनको याद करने के लिए हम एक छोटा सा आपको तरीका बताते हैं. यू विल लर्न दिस लिरिक्स कह सकते हो, एक वर्ड कह सकते हो, 3 pros. 3 pros means 3P ROSM. So I hope आपको ये वर्ड याद हो गया होगा, 3 pros. 3 pros. So 3 pros, the first P is program, policy and procedure. 3P, R for rules, O for objective, S for strategy, M for method.